Happy Friday. Happy weekend. Christ is King. Welcome to episode 200 of your favorite D-list actor. Coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona, where it was triple digits today, and it hit triple digits a few times this week. It's been a warm one, but it did not stop me from getting my run in. As a matter of fact, I got 2 runs in. I don't know if you can hear my dogs. My wife just got back from getting her nails done, so my dogs may overtake the entire show. Good evening, Miss Moon. So basically, when my wife comes home or when my wife comes downstairs, what's up, Black Cat? My dogs go into this crazy screaming, howling event. No matter what, like they're presenting her like ah or something. It's just crazy. It's just the weirdest thing. So she just got home from getting her nails done, and now the dogs are acting like hooligans. But it's all good. As I was saying, I still ran twice this week. See, the wife was out of town. She was at her sister's in California. A huge her niece was doing a big giant. um That's funny. I just got that. I just noticed that. That's hilarious. But I thought you were just giving me a big hello. That was a good one. Now, you know what? It's funny. I completely lost my train of thought. Now I have to drink water and figure out where I was. Thank you. Thanks, Black Cat. Anyway, wife was out of town. Her niece was having these big dance events. A couple of them. She had a bunch of different dance events that she was doing. So T and her, they went out there. When I got the house, it was just me and the puppies. So Saturday and Sunday, I had a workout in. I'm like, why not? Other than doing the yard work, let's have a workout. So it was run time, so I ran again this weekend, and I ran again today. So got 2 runs in this week. We got 4 watching live, 2 likes. Thank you so much. And I got all my workouts in. Hold on, sorry, I got puppies. And I would like to say that my diet is on point, but hey, mom. But since my wife has been back, I have had ice cream with her, I believe, 3 times this week. So I can't say my diet is on point, because, yeah, I've been having ice cream. Everything else is good, though. Yeah, running twice this week was awesome. It felt great. It was weird because, a few runs back, it'd been very sluggish, and I felt very heavy, heavy-footed. But, running twice in 1 week, I felt pretty dang good today. I think I could add some distance on my next run if I can keep consistently within 6, days, 6 or 7 days. I think I can do that. I just think I can start now, getting that run a little bit further. Although it is getting warmer, I'm still gonna go for it. I'm not sure if, maybe as it starts to get a little bit hotter, I'll start going a little bit earlier. But, today didn't feel bad at all. Like I said, today was 100 degrees. And yeah, I went for my run around 10:30, and I was fine. Just I mean, you sweat really good, but whether just the heat coming down on you, nah, everything was good. I think I might have a little bit of color in my face. I can't tell because usually I just burn, and then the next day I'm pasty white again. So I don't know what to do about that. Sorry. Yeah. So, with that audition I had last week, a couple weeks ago, that kept going on and on and on. It's Friday. I've heard nothing, so I can assume that I did not get it because they said they were going to contact us around Wednesday. All good. It was fun. It was nice to get a ton of callbacks and stuff like that. I haven't had that in quite a while, and apparently, I'm not filming it all in May because I haven't heard anything from either one of those student films. Nor have I heard from my class to get me their clips for our fake horror trailer. So I don't know. What are you gonna do? Uh, I don't know. I really have nothing else going on. I mean, we can talk about cameras. That'd be cool. I've been bothering my buddy Vic and Josh about my starter camera, how I should start. Now I know the base camera that I'm going to get, and now I'm just looking at. I'm literally like it's only like okay, so it's funny. It's 100 degrees right here in Phoenix, but 100 degrees in Phoenix after living in Vegas for all those years, it's nothing. It's not even really that bad. So I sit out in my backyard and I'm just looking up stuff to go with this camera that I want to get and how I want to build it and how what I'm going to do with it. That's literally all I do. Then every once in a while, I'll send something to Vic or to Josh. It's funny because when I send it to Josh first, Josh goes, "Man, I don't know." Text Vic. So then I just text Vic, and then Vic will literally just like drop knowledge on me about whatever it is that I'm asking or I'm showing him. It's great. I love it. It's so much fun. So yeah, I just pick Vic's brain and figure out what I want to do with my starter camera, and then I watch videos of how I want to build it. So I'm very excited. That's like my motivator right now as I save my money for that. Yeah, that's my next big purchase for me, my personal purchase. Yeah. I'm very excited. I want to build it, and then when I get it, I'm saying do the unboxing, and every time I get something for it, as I build, I'll do it on the show so everybody can see. I think that will be fun. Man, this is one of the shortest intros to the show ever. And it's the 200th episode. Crazy. All right, drink them if you got them. I got my water right here. It's cold. It was in the back fridge. Nice and cold. It's not as cold as it was when I first cracked it, but it's still nice. All right, guys, on to the first named segment of the show, the social media segment, because we're not just here every Friday at 5 p.m. Right now, it's Pacific time. But I specifically live in Arizona, and we don't do none of that shit. So, it's 5 o'clock. What are you going to do? Oh, she got a root beer float. I am peanut butter and jelly right now. Like, for real. I mean, I'm not talking about Jiffy. I'm talking about, that really good hippie kind. That's the kind of peanut butter and jelly I am right now. Root beer float sounds absolutely amazing. You're the second person in 2 days to mention a root beer float to me, which means I may have to get a root beer float. Oh, shit. What up, brother? What up? We got 7 watching live. And mom's got a cool coffee. All right, guys. Cold coffee, I think is what she's trying to say. And Bill Trathan in the house. Welcome, everyone, to episode 200. This is the 200th episode. This month is so big for my show. Since we're talking about social media, I figured this would be the time to do that. Not only is this the 200th episode of this show, the first week of May was the 4-year anniversary of starting the show. And as of Wednesday, the 28th, I dropped my 300th video. So this is this is what I'm talking about. This is huge for this for this. I'm very, very happy. So I'm going to have a beer. Hear that crack? Hear it? There she goes. So this is still from the beer that I bought over the was it Thanksgiving when Teresa's family came out, and I still have a baker's dozen in the back fridge. Prost to everyone. Yeah, that's so cool. 4 years, 300 videos, 200 episodes of my show, 8 watching live. We got 5 likes. Dad's in the house. Everybody's up on the live chat. That is so freaking awesome. But we're just not awesome just here. Or how did I say that right? We're not awesome. Well, anyway, we're awesome everywhere. And everywhere means that we're on X, formerly known as Twitter, at TJWIMZ. Instagram, also at TJWIMZ. LinkedIn and Facebook at TJWIMBS, as in bullshit or bullshisa. And if you head over to IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, and you go imdb.me/TJWIMBS, as in bullshit or bullshisa, you can find out all kinds of cool stuff about some of the productions that I have been in, a lot of the bigger ones. It's pretty cool. I believe I have 44 things on there, but I've done way more than that, especially if you include commercials. But they don't include everything. It's all, there's stuff I've done that I probably completely forgot that I've done. You know what I'm saying? It's just like because I've shot so many infomercials that I'm pretty sure there are a few that if they popped up, man, beer dries my mouth out so fast. Oh my goodness! Holy smokes! There are infomercials that I've done that I'm pretty sure if you popped up, I'd be like, wow, holy shit, I don't remember doing that because I've done so many. Yeah, and I've only seen a handful. Like, really, I've only seen, and those are the ones that people sent to me. So, and I don't even know how many other video games they've used then when they did that big scan and sent it over to China to use for stuff. So, who knows, man? I might be in more than 3 video games. I might be in 50 video games. Who knows? We got 9 watching live and 5 likes. We got 3, count them, 1, 2, 3 new subscribers this week. We are at 439 subscribers. Thank you so much. Everything is just going up. Awesome, awesome. Except for IMDb acting numbers and IMDb numbers for the show. For some reason this week, they are both in the tank. It's all good. There are new videos up on X. I believe they're all just the breakfast videos. And if you haven't checked within the last week, I believe there are there are new pictures up on the other accounts because I went to a ball game on Wednesday, which was freaking awesome. I haven't been to a pro baseball game in forever. Diamondbacks, because obviously I'm here in Arizona. They were playing the was it the Pirates? Yeah, Pittsburgh Pirates, and they got smoked, bruh. Well, first of all, if you look at the picture, I had great seats. The seats were phenomenal, man. We just drove up there with no seats, and I figure it's the weekday. Right? It's a Wednesday. It's Wednesday at 12:30. Place isn't going to be too packed. There's a lot of people there, but I still got great seats. And it was surprised. I was very surprised how inexpensive it is to go to a ball game in the middle of the week in Arizona. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, I had to have a beer because I had to get one of those cups, the Arizona thing in the glove inside. And then on the third inning, I realized, oh my goodness, I need a second one for Teresa. So I had to have another one. And of course, I had a big old brat. Oh yeah, I forgot about that part about my diet too. That's another reason why my diet's not that great. I also had a huge brat with with sauerkraut, and I filled it with mustard. Yeah, you gotta do it. I was, but that was as bad as I was. I wasn't worse than that's all I had. I didn't go crazy, but great seats, great game. Even though they got blown out 10-1, watching the team score 10 runs was awesome. And only the fact that I live here do I have a dog in the race. I mean, I grew up in Maryland, baby, so I'm an O's fan, and they suck right now. They're in dead last in their division, and I think there's only 2 teams that they have a record better than. So I'm gonna have to go to these Arizona games, and then hopefully soon I'll be able to take Teresa to an Arizona game too. Those have to be weekend games. So it's going to be a little bit more pricey to get them great seats, but we're going to go anyway. Who cares? It's going to be fun. It's going to be a great date night. Man, we are flying through the show today. This is fantastic. All right, guys, drink them up. I guess I have another sip of the beer, but then I got to have a sip of the water because it's like, desert, so dry. On to the next segment of episode 200. TJ's Hollywood Seconds. You may have heard this before, but I'm going to tell you again because I want to. I usually start with bad stuff. I don't even know if I have bad stuff on here. Let me get the glasses so I can actually read it. Yeah, I got bad stuff. Mara Corday, actress, passed away at 95. Liz Dilly, director. Sorry, Les Diley, director, 84, passed away. And Phil Robertson, Duck Dynasty, passed away at 79. That was a cool dude. I liked him. I'm going to jump to the box office top 5. Otherwise, if I skip it now, I'm going to completely forget it. In at number 5, the Thunderbolts has made 176 million. I'm not sure exactly what their budget was, but hey, man, it's looking pretty good. Sinners, 261 million at 4. Number 3, Final Destination Bloodlines is at 99 million. These are numbers as of Wednesday. Mission Impossible number 8, which I believe is the rate, in at 91 million, and it was doing pretty good. And then all of a sudden, Lilo and Stitch popped up and comes in at fourth place with 208 million. I think it's been out 1 week. But those kids shows, man, they, especially when you take it, adapt it from the cartoon, all the kids who loved Lilo and Stitch, the cartoon, uh, and the movie are going to want to go see it. And then, of course, their parents are going to want to see it. And then everybody who saw it when they were a kid are going to want to go see it. So it's brilliant, man. So those movies usually kick serious ass. And right now, summer box office I think is doing very, 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 very well. I'm not sure exactly what's coming out the rest of the summer, but so far it's those top 5 movies are all seriously kicking ass. I'm very impressed with that right now. It's so good for the box office. I hope it continues through the entire summer, all the way to the Christmas season, because that's when you have a lot of other big releases. What do I got? Oh yeah, like I always say, well, I just started saying it last week. If you're in town on a Sunday, let me know. We'll go to church. I go a little early because I help out with the production. But hey, man, if you're in town, let me know. I'll let you know where to meet me. And yeah, come on through. It's always good. And don't forget my buddy, guy I used to train with, Boston Salmon, is fighting at DBX 2 in Miami, Florida. MMA June 14th on pay-per-view. Badass kid. Oh, I did not know that. Loretta Swit was awesome. I love MASH, man. I was a huge fan of MASH when I was a kid. Yeah, that was a cool show. I dug on that, man. That was yeah. They brought a lot of young actors through there. I remember seeing Patrick Swayze on MASH. But yeah, MASH was dope. I even liked the movie MASH. I thought that was a freaking fantastic movie when I was a kid. Yeah, what a great lady she was. Absolutely, R.I.P. She was awesome. Rest in peace, Loretta Swit. Yeah, awesome. She was cool. That was a great show. Aw, what a good show that was. All right, guys, back to it. What's on TV? What am I watching? Mobland, Guy Ritchie's show. Still on episode 3 because I want to finish Andor first because the wife's watching neither. She's actually watching a couple cool shows. The one with Tom Ham, where it's something about the neighbors. I catch that every once in a while. Seems pretty decent. And then she's watching another one. I have no idea what it's called. Sirens. She's watching another one called Sirens. And anytime I walk through, I'm like pretty impressed with the acting, and they got some pretty big named people on there. I saw Kevin Bacon was on there smoking a doob, and I was like, maybe I can watch this show because Kevin Bacon smoking a doob. I mean, that's a pretty cool show. And for 66 years old, man, Kevin Bacon, that dude he's living a good life. That man don't look 66. He is doing what I've said it before. Most people aren't unattractive; they're just poor because we could all look like superstars if we had the money. That's true. I'm just saying I would get some stuff done. That'd be one of the last things I'd spend money on. I got a house. I got way too many projects that I need to spend money on than getting some shit done to my face. Yeah. I'll just, if it gets really bad, I'll just maybe try to get into westerns or only post-apocalyptic movies. You do what you gotta do. We got 10 watching live. We got 5 likes. We're gonna have one more sip, and then we're gonna head into the final chapter of the show. I like that final chapter of the show. 200th episode, 300 videos, 4 years in the making. Sip beer. I do like that on that new video too. When I finish my protein shake, it's like. All right, guys, it's a short one, 18 minutes in final act. It's this week in film school, and as you guys know, it's summertime, but I still am taking summer classes because I want to be able to start my junior year at ASU in the fall of 2026. That is my goal. So I got to take these summer classes. One has started, the other one has yet to start. In my nutrition class, week 2. Okay, so the first week, we had 8 assignments. Knock those cats out. And officially yesterday, week 2 started. And this week we have 11 assignments. Man, I love summer classes, how everything is just stacked, piled on, like boom, twice as much work every week. Take that, fool. And I'm like, all right, man, cool. I'm just knocking it out every morning. I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, do my things with the pups, we hang out, blah, blah, blah. I get on the books for however long it takes that morning to get some shit done. Stay ahead of the game, man. Stay ahead of the game. I think I've already finished 4 of the 11 projects. Everything started yesterday, so I'm just going to keep busting my ass the way I'm doing it and get everything, just stay ahead, a week ahead, which is something I tried to work on. I did definitely in production class last year, but I really need to focus on that from here on out, is staying a week ahead. I mean, I can do that. It's not that going to be that problem. Eventually, I'm going to have to do it with 4 classes. So if I can't juggle, 2 classes, how am I going to do that? So here we go. We'll just do it. It's that simple. Knock it out and juggle it. Do it. Thank you so much. Thank you. You also have an amazing weekend. That's it, man. But for future production stuff, I am, like I said, I spend a lot of time reviewing cameras and camera accessories. I am going to go with for my first base camera. It looks like I'm going to go with the Sony EVZ10 2. Johnny, that's 2. Um, and that's going to be the base camera I'm going to start with after talking with Josh and of course Vic, who is the he's just Vic's the man. I'm just telling you, man. Vic is the man. You ask him anything, especially when we started talking about lenses, and then he started breaking down. Well, if you know if it's this, then it times this, then you go to this, and then this lens actually looks more like this kind of lens because of this, and this, and the crop factor, and then that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm talking to the right guy. Heck yeah. Though I have learned that stuff, which is awesome. I love it. I love when people who are very technically not knowledgeable with these things, how just starts hyping out their knowledge, and I'm like, yeah, I like that. That's cool. That's cool. I like it. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, that looks like the camera I'm going to go with, and then I'm also just looking at my first lenses I want to get. So and with the crop factor, I think I'm going to go with my first lens is going to be a 16 millimeter with a crop factor about 1.4, 1.5. And then my second lens, I think I'm going to go with a 35 with a 1.4, something like that. And that'll give me my 35 and my 50 that I want to start shooting my start shooting with and start learning with. That would be it. Like I said, this is my goal is to be able to get the base. I'm gonna get it for myself for my birthday. This year, my birthday, I got myself my laptop. So yeah, I love that thing. That thing is fantastic. Oh my goodness. I love my MacBook Pro. Man, that thing is great. I freaking love that thing. So yeah, so every year my birthday is I'm saving up every year for a whole year, and then boom, I buy myself something nice, something I can use for a long time because I'm going to need that computer to edit all the stuff I'm going to shoot with my camera. That's what I'm talking about. Guys, thank you so much for coming out on my 200th episode, 4-year anniversary. 300 videos have been dropped here on my YouTube channel, which is awesome because that means I have 100 videos that aren't this show. That is so cool. I have a 100 video library. That is freaking awesome. And 200 of a show that I created myself. That's pretty freaking neat to me. All right, guys, I'm going to give thanks real quick, and I'll be back for final laps. Namaste, my friends. Stay safe out there. I always say this during the summer months. People, especially it's a Friday, they got this beer right here. Oh, I got my Modelo. Hey, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. I'm barbecuing. Sip, sip, sip. And they're like, oh, look at that. I don't need an Uber. So be, head on a swivel. You're driving out there. Watch out for these fools. Thank you so much, Black Cat. You also have a great weekend. Everyone here have a great weekend. It's the 30th. So everyone, I hope you had an amazing May. Here, cheers to an incredible June. And I'm out this. What?